Big Nintendo news just came out, guys. I'm having mixed feelings about the news, guys. Having a little trouble with my mixed feelings. So let's start with the bad news, okay? A lot of YouTubers are avoiding bad news, so just focusing on the good. It's great to stay positive and all, but I like to keep it real. Nintendo Direct Mini sucked. So let's call it what it is. This wasn't Nintendo Direct. This wasn't Nintendo Direct Mini. This was Nintendo Direct ports and DLC. Now that that's out of the way, let's discuss what happened. So obviously this was hyped up the wazoo. Nintendo hyped it up. They did some famous tweets like the one here, followed by a bunch of Reddit comments and YouTube comments. The leaked release date of January 11th turned out to be true. This was very hyped, but what we got was not Nintendo Direct. We got a Nintendo Direct Mini to hold us over until the real Nintendo Direct comes out. People are having mixed feelings about it. Obviously, it's good, but it's also bad. Tweets like this were going viral all over Twitter, all over Reddit. So we had big expectations. A user by the name of Milo Hammer tweeted, "Take this with a grain of salt, but each Direct Mini has always been followed up by a standard Direct within 20 days. But we will see." So he backs this up by showing, a chart of this being fact. So generally within 2 weeks, arguably up to 20 days on average, we do get the real Nintendo Direct. So obviously Nintendo's just feeding us something to hold us over until that happens. It's going to happen 20 days from now. We're going to get it. The odds are very high. So it is what it is. What we got, was it good, was it bad? Let's dig in and find out. A lot of announcements were made, but I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm going to focus on what I consider to be the top 5. The number 5 on the list is a bit of an oddball that nobody else is talking about. I chose the game Celeste, which is basically a tribute to all things platforming. It's very similar to Super Meat Boy. If you've ever heard of that or played it, that's the closest thing you're going to get to what this is. And it was actually made by the designer of Towerfall Ascension. Nintendo really decided to drop the ball on this with number 4, Mario Tennis Aces. The game actually looks like a big improvement over Mario Tennis for GameCube, which was pretty much the exact same as the Wii version. And the Wii U version didn't bring out much new content either. So what they've done is they're trying to reinvigorate the Mario Tennis franchise. And by the way, Mario Tennis for GameCube was one of my favorite multiplayer games. It was a really, really fun 4-player game to play with your friends with the special moves. You just got to really give it a go. There's a special defense and a special offensive move. But what they've done differently now is they've announced some sort of story mode with this Mario Tennis. And there's more things to do. With the addition of the story mode, it's starting to remind users or gamers of the old Mario Tennis for Game Boy Color. Check that game out. Very rare hidden gem. Well, it's not super rare, but it is a hidden gem. And it also kind of reminds me of Mario Baseball for GameCube. So let me know what you think about this one. Is anybody out there actually excited for this? So number 3 on the list was Hyrule Warriors. And you might be wondering, why the hell is this on the list? This game sucked. A lot of people did think that this game sucked when it came out for the Wii U. But let me tell you, it's not all that bad. I actually think that it's heavily underrated. Y'all know I like my 2-player co-op games. You know I like my 2-player games, okay? This is one of those great 2-player games. 2-player co-op. I like my 2-player co-ops. It's underrated, but here's the kicker, guys. They gave us a kicker, and the kicker was DLC, free DLC content. All the DLC that was on the Wii U is automatically being brought into the new Switch version. So you don't have to pay for no DLC. You don't have to download. It's all built into the new game. It's built in. It's an addition. Consider it a free expansion pack. Number 2 on the list was The World Ends With You Final Remix. I never played this game, but I do know a little bit about it. I've heard about it. It has a hardcore cult following. I guess you could call it a cult classic, perhaps. Maybe a hidden gem, perhaps. I don't know why it's not more popular than it is. But that's all going to change now that it's coming to consoles, especially the Nintendo Switch. We only care about the Switch, okay? We don't care about no PS4, okay? Especially no Xbox One. Xbox One, that don't even matter no more. But it is coming. It's an action RPG. And it's a hidden gem. It reminds me of Team Buddies for the PS1, which is the ultra definition of cult classic in my mind. The number one should come as no surprise, guys. Why is it no surprise? Because it's a free DLC, free download content for Mario Odyssey, Luigi's Balloon World, okay? It serves two purposes. One, it's they got Luigi into the game. We all wanted Luigi into the game. That's how they did it. But the second purpose, it kind of opens up this new way to play multiplayer for the game. And like I said before, I'm big into the multiplayer co-op. Because what happens is people can go around and they hide a balloon. You can play 2-player with a friend. You can do this with a friend. You just take turns with the controller. So somebody goes and hides the balloon. They come back 30 seconds later, or the other guy closes his eyes for their 30 seconds, however they're going to do it, whether you can play online together, or I'm picturing couch co-op. That's how you could do it. You hide the balloon, buddy closes his eyes for 30 seconds, and he's got 30 seconds to go find the balloon. That type of deal. But you can also play online where other players hide the balloon, and you play their levels and you try to find their balloons. So it's a really cool hide-and-seek game. It's a genre that is picking up popularity. There's a couple of great games for the genre on Steam. Great DLC. And here's the thing. They learned from EA's mistake. Okay, you can't always charge money for DLC. You can't do it. You gotta give us free content. Especially when it's blatantly obvious that you're just trying to steal money and it's nothing more than a cash grab. Which was, EA was the poster boy of that with Star Wars Battlefront. So if you like the video, please subscribe. If you want me to make 7 videos a week, hit the subscribe button, smash the like button. If you want me to go with no sleep for days and days with no sleep, then you gotta subscribe. Otherwise, I'm gonna be sleeping. Okay? See you later.